All right. We're back again. Let's go ahead and get into it. Anchorage at Tacoma for this ball game here. Welcome back. Sorry about the inconsistencies here. Madden just be tripping. A lot of people say that it's a computer, but I've ran multiple games on this so many times before and after. Like, it picks and chooses when it wants to actually go smooth. I'm not sure if it's just the mod manager doing, or I'm not sure, but there's a lot of inconsistencies with this game I'm starting to learn here. And I'm running much more powerful games such as the newest Madden with little to no problems now. So yeah, it's starting to turn up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and flip it on in just a little bit. Let me go ahead and hit the play game button after I turn the volume down in my headset. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. Let's do it. Best of luck once again to these two teams going at it. It's going to be Anchorage sending it to Tacoma this time around, and we are underway. We'll go ahead and flip it over after I check a couple things. All right, let's get into it. I told you, like, Madden picks and choose when it wants to be decent, when it wants to be okay, and all that stuff. But we are here again. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. Looks like Joe Beasley in motion. And it's going to be a handoff here. Pushing forward is Davin Brewer. Getting past the 30. Going to make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Second and 7 coming up. Here comes Mr. Bridges, who's going to turn around and throw on the run and throw it away. So the first pass goes no good there for Tacoma. Anchorage trying to get off the field real quick. It's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up. Third and 7 here. Looking for the first down. Gonna launch this right side. It's gonna be caught. Turning it up, and there goes James Peach. there to pick up the first. Going to make 11 yards on that play. Is going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. .27 is one of the greatest defensive players of all time, aka Caitlin Montaigne. Not able to hit that edge and stop the wide receiver there. There goes a juke move there by Brewer, pushing forward for a big gain. He's going to pick up 9, and it's going to make it 2nd and 1 coming up. Almost got a snow devil offsides, not to be. Going to throw it short and almost throws it straight to number 25, who couldn't hang on to the pass. Is going to make it 3rd and 1 coming. That was DeMarcus Freeman, the rookie linebacker who's had himself a decent enough season. Don't think it was Pro Bowl caliber, but definitely did a lot of work here for Anchorage. And they're going to trust the ground game, and it's a big hold there for Lamar Davis, who's going to rumble forward to the 41-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and 10. Here comes Tacoma doing their thing. Gonna be handoff in a big hole for Brewer, turning up, sheds off one man and then rumbles inside the 25 to the 22. Davin Brewer, DB 25, making it happen. It's 1st and 10 again for Tacoma. Gotta be passing this, launching this to the end zone, wide open. Isaiah Fowler, touchdown Tacoma. They're trying to hit the playoffs, man. You better slow them down. That's gonna put Tacoma on top, 6-0. Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-0 is your score. Anchorage coming onto the field. We'll see if they can tie this ball game up. Shout out to the big homies in the chat. Got 8 viewers up in here. But it's all good to go. Got to keep it moving. We're going to see a kneel down there by Keith Simmons, and we'll see our first attempt of offense here for Anchorage. Here in this ball game led by, I believe, 3-year man at quarterback Dane Jones. Had a little bit of an up and down campaign here in the USFA. His first season, it came through really strong. He's had a couple of mid-tier type of quarterback situations within the last 2 seasons, so he's looking to turn up for sure. As we'll see a handoff, and he's going to get slowed down. But a solid gain of 3 there for the rookie halfback, Quinn James, who exploded on the scene game 1, but he's been kind of silent ever since. Looks like the defenses were keying in on making sure that Dane Jones will be the guy to make sure they get him out of a lot of spaces, make sure they don't give up the big plays on the ground. And we'll see if Anchorage continues to use that. They're going to stretch this to the left side, and he's going to get stopped right back at the line of scrimmage. So he's going to lose 2. Going to make it 3rd and 9. Third and 9 coming up here. Shotgun set here for Dane Jones and the gang. All the receivers to the right of the formation looking for a man here, taking off to run. Going to use his legs, and he's going to slide down, avoid the hit. Would have liked a little bit more juice, maybe a spin move to try to spin back to the inside. But overall, the defense of Tacoma does what it needs to do. Gets him off the field, and that's going to be 4th and 7. Mr. Aldrezi popping up in here. He's trying to get in the giveaway. What's happening, big homie? And if you was in the first stream, just make sure that you go ahead and do the exclamation point USFA again, just to be sure. That way, you know we didn't miss anybody. We're going to see a hit right at the end there by number 24. And that's going to set him up at the 27-yard line here for Tacoma. 6.5 minutes left in the first. Tacoma coming off a fairly successful drive, looking to do it again. Mike Jack up in here. What's happening? Swoosh House up in here. ATW in here. Handoff again to Brewer, who's going to make a big play, spinning across the grain. And he tried to get away from that last guy, but he lost his footing. And Davin Brewer, he's showing up and showing out tonight. There's going to be 1st and 10 again. Has a lot more burst than a lot of people expect. When he hits that hole, he get that hole running. 1st and 10 coming. Going to send a man in motion. I believe that's Triple J right there, Jax Jackson Jr. And they're going to look his way, and he's going to catch it. That is going to be a 1st down catch for about 5 yards there. 2nd and medium coming up. So a loss by Anchorage completely takes them out of playoff position. Anchorage needs to win in order to make it. Going to go with the reverse play. One of my favorite plays. Sheds off one man is Brewer. Going to push forward to get close to midfield. I like the design of that play with that leaking blocker out there to try to help set that edge. Didn't quite work out how they wanted to, but it could have been a lot worse, especially if you got hit in the backfield, but not to be. 3rd and 2 coming up here for Tacoma. Tacoma going with the very, very heavy look across the middle, and they will keep it on the ground. Turning up is Brewer, and he's going to get the 1st down, but there is a flag, and it's more than likely on Tacoma. An illegal block in the back. Try it again on 3rd down and 2. In the chat, I was like, at least we got the mess up out of the way when I was talking about the crazy game stuff. And then T Knight is talking about, what do you mean you got the mess up of the way? He's still right here talking about Montezuma Popoko, as we're going to see another 1st down carry there by Davin Brewer. Making it happen here. The ground game so far so good. Going to make it 1st and 10 coming. Love the looks out of this playbook here for Tacoma. And they got a double stack wide receiver set here in the shotgun. 3 minutes 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Gonna pass it, looking for a man. Gonna go ahead and go short to his halfback, who's gonna spin off one man and gets close to the 40. And Davin Brewer's just doing everything here tonight. Gonna make a 2nd and 3 coming. Shotgun set again. Not too many looks under the center for this, as they're going to try the ground game with the zone read, and it's going to work there for Lamar Davis. 2nd carry of the day, 16 yards total. there for the backup. I remember when he first came into the league, he was one of those guys that was like, I think he's going to be really good, but Davin Brewer came in, he took over, and I think they do a very good job spelling off of each other as Davis and Brewer. They do a lot of good things together. They both have the explosiveness to help their team out as they're going to go ahead and see the play fake here. Going to look left side and caught. Turn it up. And Joe Beasley almost had himself a touchdown if he was able to keep himself in bounds, but not to be. It's going to take him to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10 coming. First and 10 coming up, looking for a handoff, pushing forward and getting inside the 15-yard line to the 12. 2nd and 7 coming up. Handoff, pushing forward, making the men miss, rumbling forward to the 2-yard line. Strong running once again here from Davin Brewer, who's already on pace to crack 100 tonight. He's over 60 here in the first quarter. It's 1st and goal coming up here for the Eruption. And Tacoma's been here since the beginning. I believe the first game ever played was Tacoma and Huntington Beach, which started the red versus blue rivalry back when they both had red and blue fields. The good old days here in the USFA, back when we was in the Axis era. Who in the chat was here in the Axis era? Second and goal, shotgun set. They're going to go ahead and give it to Mr. Davis. Runs into a couple defensive players and then gets stood up behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Shout out to Big Axis, most definitely. Cal Wu's up in here. Old head relatability. I felt that. Well, we're going to be back on Axis next month, so especially with the what's the name coming. Going to be looking right side and wide open, smoking Joe Beasley, and he's going to burn the defense again. That's going to be 13-0. Anchorage needs to find a response. Tacoma's taking over. Kick is going to be up, and it will be good. A 12th play, 62-yard drive here from the Eruption. Still plenty of time. Still got 3 full quarters for Anchorage to get it going, but the earlier the better for sure. They got themselves in a little bit of a hole. The offense needs to get cooking, and also the defense needs to find a way to slow this team down. As I mentioned earlier in the chat, Anchorage needs to score a lot of points. Maybe moving the Axis will help this offense. I mean, there might be a possibility in regards to moving the offense. They have the weapons. Keith Simmons, Sean Justice. I think the halfback position could be better to help spell the passing game. Keaton Kurt, a top 3, top 5 tight end. JoJo is not a slouch. He's not the greatest of wide receivers, but he's definitely available for you. Akimbo Archer. Haven't seen too much from him. Maybe he's someone that they could look at going forward, as we're going to see a return there by the big homie Keith Simmons. Yeah, JoJo and Quinn got potential. Just need to get after him, most definitely. I've been trying to get JoJo active ever since I drafted him. Well, I didn't draft him ever since I tried to trade for him when I was still owner, but I don't think that's going to happen, me personally, for JoJo. I think he's doing his own thing, but it's all good. I ain't mad at him. I've been with him since the beginning. I know a good guy when I see him, as we're going to see a big carry there by Quinn James, sparking a little bit of his potential there on that play. It's going to end quarter numero uno. Let's go ahead and flip the fields, get into it, throw your twos in the chat. I've been tagging the whole team for game time recently, no responses. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, you know, some leagues, so many people being so many of them, some people lose interest, but that's where the draft and, you know, bringing your own people comes into play, because we could build our own community here. If everybody in the league brings in one person, like someone that they know, someone that may be interested in, like we could have ourselves like well over 1,000 people up in here. Never knows. We're going to see a pass looking to launch this one, and it is going to be Keenan Kurt getting this offense rolling. His first catch of the day by Keenan Kurt. KK33 making it happen, and that'll get him inside Tacoma territory with that play. So definitely a good start. First and 10 coming up here. Going to be a handoff, pushing forward, cutting up, and there goes Quinn James again down to the 40. We need some active dudes in the draft. It's looked like I'm gonna have to step in as temp GM though. Starch and Dane been MIA for months. Yeah. Well, you definitely got someone new coming in soon. I don't know if I should be leaking that, but the person that is coming in definitely active in the Sim League setup, as we're going to see Keith Simmons getting close to the 30. Sorry, past the 20. Past the 32 to 26. I was thinking of something else. Becoming owner wolf. There are openings for it. Yep. And then, of course, it helps having that second player on the other side, you know, especially with teams coming in. Me personally, I say if you have a chance to make your team better, make them better. As we're going to see Quinn James reaching for the first down. His offense is starting to pick up a little bit. Anchorage checks into the red zone for the first time, and they're down to the 16. Beautiful blocking on the outside. He's making it happen. First and 10. Going to be a short drop back. Going to look right side and caught. There goes Keith Simmons reaching out and going to pick it up. And there goes them Snow Devils. Touchdown Anchorage. Wolf Gold in the chat asked for some more offense here for Anchorage. Can't be mad at the results there. Kick is going to be up there from the greatest kicker in USFA history, aka Brent Skoma. He's going to knock it through. 14-7 is your score. And we'll see what happens here with Tacoma coming back onto the field. Defense got a little juice, got a little W. Shout out to the homies at W. You already know, at the end of the third, we're going to get into the final giveaway of week 13. And shout out to the winners of the last two giveaways. I'll go ahead and shout them out real quick. See if I can pull them up. Shout out to John Aldrezi, who I believe is in the chat. And also shout out to the big homie Reese Rockefeller from Arizona. So New York and Arizona getting some love. And honestly, that happened last week too. Jay Underwood from Arizona got 10 TPE, and then Brendan Gaucher from New York got 10 TPE. So a lot of good things happening. We're going to see a return here from Lamar Davis, who's looking for some blocks, and he's going to get stuck right at the 25-yard line. And it's going to make it first and 10 coming up. He said the over is looking really good, most definitely. You only need 35 points at the current moment. They only need 2 more TDs in this ball game to make it happen. We'll see if that is going to be the case. I was thinking either 34 or I was going to bump it up to 38, 37 and a half, but looks like it's turning out pretty good for the over. They're going to go ahead and launch this left side, and it's going to be caught there by Beasley, who has a touchdown already. He's going to make a 2nd and 7 coming. Going to be passing it again as Bridges. One of his better starts to his game so far this season. Going to be Jax Jackson Jr. holding on to it. Renegade scored a deep touchdown, and I wasn't looking. Who got the touchdown for us? It was going to be Keith Simmons. It was a pretty long touchdown. It was like 16 yards. So good job from him. And the Renegades getting TDs, man. 1st and 10 coming. Watching the UFL and the USFA at the same damn time, as that is going to be almost picked off by Caitlin, but she couldn't quite get their hands on it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Stone Way. What's happening? Said up 18-3. Why is this game on my TV? Oh, you talking about the UFL? I don't know. What quarter is it in? It's in the second, I mean, because it's still the second quarter. 9 carries, 68 yards there for Davin Brewer, but is going to set up a 3rd and 6 situation. Anchorage with the chance to get off of the field, give their offense a chance to tie this ball game up. You never know. I don't want to see the Roughnecks. They suck. Gonna be looking, gonna throw this right side, is gonna be caught, turning up for the first is Joe Beasley, rolling forward, gets past past midfield to the 45-yard line, and it's gonna be 1st and 10 coming for Tacoma. Gonna pass it here, looking for the screen out the backfield, is gonna be caught. Turning up is Davis, trying to spin through, and he'll get about 3 on the play. They play in the right stadium. Nice. Brahma's almost housed the fumble on the extra point try. That's crazy. Isn't that what I ate my burrito earlier? Yeah, rice, probably. Big 97 rumbling. That was a good hustle play there from the D lineman. Anchorage trying to get off the field here. 2nd and 8. Here comes Bridges looking for a man. Protection solid, throwing this one away. And another 3rd and long situation here for Tacoma. Five minutes, 47 seconds left in the second. Anchorage looking for the stop. Gonna go ahead and pass it. Left side, it's gonna be caught, but runs out of room, and he's gonna take it to around the 40. And Anchorage defense is gonna get the stop here. It'll be a 57-yard kick from this particular spot. We'll see if Tacoma tries to get it going, or will they just try to get the pin, see if they can hold Anchorage in some bad field position. It looks like it's going for the latter. Here comes Fire Starter Prodigy, sending this one away to the left side, and that one's going into the end zone for a touchback. So it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. And Reese Rockefeller says he's winning 25 TPE tonight. And Wolf Gold says Sean Justice is going to be winning 25 TPE tonight. That's what he said, not me. I was just repeating what he said. But regardless of that, Anchorage back onto the field. They came off of a scoring drive. Now they need to repeat it. And then we're back to an even football game right before halftime. We'll see if they can get it going. That short pass there goes Simmons coming off of a TD. And that's going to get him past the 30. 4 for 4 on the day so far for Anchorage. Reese Rockefeller says, I need a pick on y'all. Anchorage fighting for their playoff lives. Roughnecks just threw a pick. I'm changing the channel, bro. I low-key just need the ball or need to go back in the slot, as we're going to see a handoff pushing forward as James is going to pick up the first. So that's not Quinn James, that's Ron DeLome, formerly drafted by the New York Mafia. Switches his hands to yet another former expansion team. See, we got the original 5, which would be Arizona, Tacoma, Huntington Beach, St. Louis, and what was the last one? Tacoma, Huntington Beach, Arizona, St. Louis, and there's one more I keep forgetting. Every time I keep saying the original 5, I always forget the last one. I know someone in the chat's going to roast me for it. I should know these teams by heart, right? But let me go ahead and look it up. Fine. You got the original 5, and let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah. Okay. I keep forgetting the team that I'm actually on, right? So you got that. Got the original 5. Then Pittsburgh Roughnecks came in to make it 6. That way we got off of the user, the bot team that we're using. He just got stuck there by John Carter. He drunk, but he is going to pick up the first down. Is Quinn James. So yeah, got the 6. Then we have the 4 teams that we've added on to make 10. We got Anchorage, Dallas, New York, and Tampa Bay. And then we move to 12 with the final 2 teams that joined the league, which will be New Jersey and Toronto. So we had a full 12 teams. Will we see more teams in the league? You never know. We're going to see a big juke move there by Sean Justice for his first touch of the day. He'll gain 4 on the carry, and now he'll see if he could get more involved in the passing game. But so far so good here for Anchorage. 2.5 minutes left in the second, all 3 timeouts, so they have all the juice needed to get some points here on this drive. No, the best thing on right now is the United Sim Football Association here on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see a handoff and just get stuck right at the end of that carry, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning, and that'll be a gain of nothing. Good look at Tire England. He's been in the league since the Axis era started back in season 1, and he's still making big plays, getting interceptions. He's in the linebacker group in regards to potentially making it to the Pro Bowl. Gonna reach out is Keenan Kurt. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Anchorage is gonna keep this drive alive. To the 32-yard line is where they stand. And they still have all 3 timeouts, so they still have plenty of time. They just got to get it cooking. KK33 making it happen with the Statue of Liberty right there. Shotgun set here for Dane, looking for a pass. Going to go ahead and go left side and almost throws a pick. And John Carter almost had his hands on it, but that's going to make it 2nd and 10, the first incompletion of the day there for Dane Jones. So he's been fairly accurate, 6 for 7. But that was a very dicey throw right there. I'm not even going to lie to you. DJ4 making it happen. Trying to get the first down at the very least. Try to keep it cooking. Looking for a man again. Going to go short and going to get dragged down by Tire England. A suspect tackle. Could have been a face mask, but the referee says that it's good. 3rd and 5 coming up. I think if they was to get the first down, it should be timeout time. But I think points out of all of the things is the most important thing, right? But of course, if you could tie it up right before half, that's the best thing. They're going to look for a man here. Going to take off to run. Throw this left side, just throws it away. Didn't want to risk it for that biscuit. Dane Jones is going to go ahead and make this a 4th and 5 situation. And we should see Brent Skoma come onto the field. Honestly, probably could have ran that one, but regardless of that, not to beat. Sending this one away. Kick is up, and the kick will be good. The mark right before the halfway point of the game will be 24 points, and the people on the over-under set of things, they need another 11 points to make that a possibility. But Tacoma's coming back onto the field here. What was the clip? Who clipped clipped somebody? Who got clipped? Clipped it did. Sending this one away here. Tacoma's gonna have a full minute and 3 timeouts to work with. Gonna be 55 seconds and take it down to 54 seconds right at the 26-yard line. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up. All they need is really one big play, and that can get them right in field goal range or potentially something more. But Anchorage's intent to make sure that doesn't happen. Looks like they are going shotgun here. Davin Brewer is back there, and they will give it to him. Why not? Going to push forward. Actually, that's not Davin Brewer. That's going to be Lamar Davis taking it to around the 36. And Tacoma is not calling the timeout. I don't know if they're just going to try to work their best down the field, see if they could get lucky. Oh no, they actually wasted a couple seconds and called the timeout. So we will see what Tacoma chooses to do now. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man. Takes off to run, steps up. Going to pick up the 1st down. Rumbles forward past the 1st down mark, and he'll take it to the 38. Looks like Sean Bridges was trying to launch that thing, but couldn't find anyone open he really wanted to throw it to. It's going to make it 1st and 10. Looks like 16 seconds. They could try to wind up, see if they could get something cooking, but they're not really pressing the issue. And they are going to send a man in motion, but that's just going to run the clock out. And that'll close out quarter number 2. Tacoma saves face. Not trying to do too much here, I'm assuming. But Anchorage is coming back with the football, and the touchdown will give them the lead. So Anchorage did what they're supposed to do on that last drive. We'll see a kneel down there by Keith Simmons. And we'll see what's cooking. Let's get back into it. Throw your threes up. Let's get it. Hope all is well with y'all on this beautiful Saturday. Hope your team's drafted well, as we're going to see a handoff by Jalone running through, who I believe is Daniel Stover. Going to make it 2nd and 6 coming up. It's Daniel Stover or Najee Wyatt, 1 of the 2. Looks like it's Najee Wyatt there on the first tackle of the 3rd quarter. Bunch formation here. Gonna pass it, look in middle field, and incomplete. A lot of calamity in that area. Dane Jones couldn't find the mark. 3rd and 6 coming. King Maximus trying to hit 10 sacks on the season. He only has the rest of this game and one more game to try to do it. I think he'll get it. I don't know if it's in this game or in the next one, but I believe he will pick it up for sure. Gonna pass this again. Gonna throw short. It's gonna be caught. Turn it up, and there goes Keenan past the 40. Picking up the 1st down. Averaging 11 yards a catch so far as this Anchorage offense. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming. A great job there from KK33. The 2nd game for a 1st down on 3rd down, making it happen. And they're close to midfield. They're going to set up in the I formation. They're going to try the ground game, pushing forward. Gets past midfield is Quentin James. Not Quentin James, it's Quinn James. Tight end 1 in the league. In what league? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to denigrate that boy. Keenan Curtis is definitely a fine specimen at the tight end position. He can really do it all. He's a great blocker. He can run up the field strong. A great route runner, everything like that. So I got to give him credit. Looking left side is going to be caught there by JJTJ. JoJo Tidwell Jr. doing his thing. Going to pick up his 1st catch. And another 1st down here for Anchorage. He's him. Our whole offense has been sluggish recently, most definitely. One of the bright spots that Anchorage can really lean on is that tight end position. And honestly, the tight end is the easiest to build, in my opinion. And it actually works out to the favor of the quarterback if you have that secure number one guy at the tight end spot. And the majority of the teams in the league, they have a top tier tight end. Charlotte has Vic, Eric Duncan there for Huntington Beach. Amari Jones isn't the greatest of tight ends, but he's definitely viable in their offense. Toronto with the big homie Dusty Rooks, as we're going to see a big pass in the middle of the field. Turning up as JoJo gets past the 20. Losing the ball right as the knee hit. They're not going to call that a fumble, but Anchorage is going to like the gain on that play. Down to the 20-yard line is where they stand. Looking real nice here in this ball game. 1st and 10 coming. Darren Guadiana there for New Jersey. Ty White for Pittsburgh. Gonna go ahead and fake the handoff here. Looking for a man. Middle of the field is gonna be caught. Getting to the 16. Gonna make it 2nd and 6 coming up. $16 yards away from taking the lead. But can they punch it in? Handoff and going to get slowed down. Going to pick up 1 yard is Quinn James, and Ty Wire England is right there to meet him. 5 tackles already on the game. That's just what he does. He's just a tackle machine, making it happen. 3rd and 5 coming. Going to pass it again, looking for a man. Tearing off to run, throws off the back foot. Going to be caught off the tip. JoJo Tidwell Jr. got it on the spot. Look at the replay on that. Clip it for you, boy. That's one of the more immaculate passes there. Try to fit that to Sean Justice. Goes to number 12. Wow. Someone's got to clip that one. That was nice. And that's going to give Anchorage their first lead of the day, 17-14. And now you need a full touchdown or 2 field goals to hit the over. We still have half the 3rd quarter and the full 4th quarter to make that happen. So the over looking pretty nice, and the people in the under, they're hoping that at very least 1 more field goal and that's it. Or 2 safeties, technically. 2 safeties can get it done as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. Tacoma coming through. They're going to be getting the ball back, try to regain the lead, or to, at the very least, tie it up. So actually, if there is a field goal, then you pretty much have to assume that the over is going to get hit, right? Because unless there's because the next score will win the game. Like, just for instance, if there was only 1 field goal and it was by Tacoma and the score remained the same, then there will have to be another score to win it, whether that's another field goal, a safety, whatever it may be. So because obviously there are no ties, so the field goal will set him up with the over, as we're going to see a handoff to the right side. That's going to make it 2nd and 8. Who's going to get the giveaway? Exclamation point USFA, and congratulations. We are officially at 300 followers here on Twitch. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for showing support. Getting it right before the playoffs begin. You love to see it. And we're also over 50K views, so definitely a lot of availability there, as Lamar Davis taking that first down, running through Caitlin Montaigne and another defensive player. Gonna make it 1st and 10 coming up. First and 10 coming up here. We'll see what Sean Bridges could do. Pump fake, quick pitch, left side, and almost throws a pick. Honestly, that would have been a good setup if he just waited a little bit, where he was able to run down the field. Kind of rushed that one, didn't allow the routes to develop. Gonna be a handoff. There goes Davis, who gets stuck, and now it's gonna be a 3rd and long situation here for Tacoma. So as per the over under, they need to hope that Anchorage wins this ball game. Either that or a field goal comes in. I mean, a safety comes into the play. Gonna be looking for a man. Protection's breaking down, throws this away, and the defense almost gets home, forcing the stop on Sean Bridges. Not a lot of passing yards on both sides. It's been kind of stifled here in the passing game, and it's going to make it 4th and 9 coming up. Anchorage is coming with the football soon. Sending this one away is fire starter Prodigy, looking for the bounce, and it bounces into the end zone. So good try, but not to be. It's going to set up Anchorage at the 20-yard line. Dane Jones with a chance to expand on the lead. First and 10 coming up. They're going to go ahead with the handoff. There goes James, who's running through defenders to get about 9.5. And this is the Quinn James we've been waiting to see all season long. And he's coming out in the right time when Anchorage needs them to get the victory, keep themselves in the playoff hunt. A win by Anchorage will set a 3-way tie. We'll set a 3-way tie at 5 and 8. At that point, it will be up to the point differentials. That's why Anchorage needs to get a somewhat of a blowout victory, as they're going to give it back to Justice, going to use that speed, and he's going to pick up a solid gain right there. Looks like 9 on the carry. Going to be 1st and 10 coming. You saw him hit that corner. It was like, skirt, and then hit that boost right there. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Damien? What's happening? Big homie says he wants to get in that giveaway too. We got 12 on it. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third. Get your people up in here. Get into the giveaway, the final one of week 13. Looking to launch this right side. Going to be incomplete. Trying to fit that one to number 14. I believe that's Akimbo Archer. I got more rushes than targets. What's good, my guy? What's going on, man? Happy to be here again. Another game. We had to start over earlier, but you know, I always find a way. NFL draft is over. I'm happy with who Jacksonville drafted, so I can't be too mad. Looking for it, man. Again, is Dane Jones is going to be caught, and he's going to turn up, and there goes Keith Simmons getting past midfield to the 45-yard line, and the drive will continue here for Anchorage. A little bit of a stutter here, but that's more than likely because I got my browser up just to get ready for the giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Going to be faking the handoff again. Going to launch it left side. Going to be caught again by JoJo Tidwell Jr., who has a touchdown here in this ball game. 1st and 10 coming up. Got to see a little bit more action in number 11. He's been getting carries, but he needs some targets. But it looks like the passing attack is working nonetheless here for Anchorage. Going to be 1st and 10 again. 1st and 10 coming up. 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 1 Gonna be a fake of the handoff here. Looking to turn around. Sets up, throws the left side. Gonna be caught. And there goes JoJo again. Yes, it is. He's been catching some clutch plays here up in here. 5 catches, 70 yards. The former Roughneck and Voyager making it happen tonight. Like those cleats too. They're pretty cold with that light blue swoosh. They're pretty cold. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not a fan of low cleats, but they actually work out. Gonna be looking for a handoff, and there goes Quinn James again, getting inside the 15. Gonna make a 2nd and 6 coming up. Rookies popping off today. Oh, JoJo Tidwell Jr. is not a rookie. I don't know if you're talking about just Quinn James, but definitely a great job nonetheless. Here from Anchorage's offense, picking up steam, and Anchorage is 11 yards away from giving the over to the people that selected over on the predictions. Looking for a man. Gonna go ahead and throw right side. Is going to be caught for the first down, and that'll take it to the 5-yard line. The third quarter winding down, making it happen here. 5 catches, 64 yards, and a TD. First and goal coming up. Mr. Justice in the slot. They're going to throw it short to Keenan Curtis. Going to rumble forward, and he's going to get another touchdown. There goes the big homies in Anchorage. Congratulations again to the people that chose the over, which I will give to you now. And Anchorage is up 9 points, folks. Looking to keep it moving. Kick is up. Kick is going to be good. And we have ourselves a 10-point ball game. 9 plays, 80 yards on the drive there for Anchorage. They're looking to keep it moving here. As I'll go ahead and set up for the giveaway. Looks like we got 12 people up to this point. When the over wins, America wins. You'll love to see it. Sending this one away. It's going to be returned past the 25 to around the 29-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun set here for Tacoma, down 2 scores, aka 10 points. Looking for a man is Bridges. Going to throw it short, and it's going to be caught, but he isn't going too much further from where he caught it. There goes Jack Jackson Jr. And we'll go ahead and close up quarter number 3. Throw your 4s up in the chat. Let's go ahead and get into it, folks. Flip the field. Tacoma still has ample time to get back into this ball game. They just need to put it all together. Looking for a man. Gonna launch this left side is wide open there. Gonna turn up is Jack Jackson Jr., who's also having himself a solid game. And it's gonna make it 1st and 10 coming up inside midfield. Inside Anchorage territory, I should say. As we'll go ahead and go into the giveaway stuff. Shout out to our affiliates, the GSB, Gold Standard Basketball. Shout out to Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. And also shout out to the big homies at the ECFL. The draft is coming next month, so make sure you watch out for that. A lot of great talent. A lot of talent in that arm too. He's wide open. James Peach takes the top off and gives the Tacoma crowd something to cheer about. 24-20, and all it takes is one play to get back into this one. I guess we know who's been drinking his W. He had the Peach W, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. But he's gonna shout out to the big homies at W. Use the code at the top of your screen that you see scrolling, USFA S10, to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. 24-21 is your score. Also, shout out to Paladin if you need some help. If you need some help for your software and for your business, that'll be the perfect place to go. And we'll go ahead and get into the spin, man. Let's go ahead and see what the prize is, and then we'll also see who's going to win said prize here in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Rolling. It looks to be yet another 10 TPE. So that will be the prize that will close out week 13, and the winner shall be Mr. Swoosh House. Uncle Swoosh is going to get the 10 TPE there, so another Arizona faithful will secure the 10 TPE for tonight. So congratulations, Arizona, and to Uncle Swoosh, getting more TPE, more bang for your buck. You already know how he do it. Had himself a great game last week, or this week, so great job all the way. Going to be returned past the 25, and there goes the big homie Keith Simmons returning that one, making it to the 32-yard line. Still a one possession ball game. Anchorage could very well score again and make it happen. Swoosh House 99 speed on the way. That's what he said in the chat. Keep on working on that, player. Gonna get closer and closer. Ag John, so now I'm the owner of both Huntington Beach and Charlotte. I felt that shit. But regardless of that, a lot of good run game in this ball game. We'll see another carry here. Going to push forward and gets to around the 40. Quinn James past 60 yards on the ground. Second and 3 coming up. Gonna stretch this one to the right side. Got some blockers, a juke move, and gets tripped up as he was getting ready to clear the first down mark. He'll just pick up one. Could have been a lot worse, right? But gonna be 3rd and 2 coming up. Tacoma defense in the crowd. They're looking to get a stop here. Going to be a pass here from Dane Jones. Going to turn up, throw on the run. Going to find his man. That's going to be JoJo again. Off the back foot. Long hair, don't care. Dane Jones making it happen. Getting to the 40-yard line. An immaculate pass over the linebacker. Couldn't have asked for it to be done any better than that. 1st and 10 again. JoJo and Keith Simmons, the main benefactors here in this passing game, along with the big homies here. Gonna be 1st and 10. Gonna make a move, and is gonna make it to the 38-yard line. And a big scramble there by Dane Jones. He's cooking tonight on the ground, in the air. Who won the housekeeping? That was going to be Uncle Swoosh from Arizona. So your teammate won 10 TPE. As Anchorage is approaching field goal range, not quite there, but looking to get up in there. Gonna be a pass, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down. Throws the left side and caught, and there goes number 11. There goes the juice man, making it happen. His first catch of the day is true for 15 yards, and that'll put Anchorage right back in the red zone. I know y'all just seen his arm like hit him with that doo 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 doo. You know what don't know what that was, but Kaiser Washington, he says he's double jointed. It's 1st and 10 coming, looking for a man. Running backwards, trying to avoid the rush, taking off to run. Going to go ahead and almost get it stripped out by John Carter, but he holds on to it, gets pushed out of bounds. Going to make it 2nd and 2. Way to hold on to the football. Could have been a lot worse. Second and 2 coming up, passing it again, looking right side. There goes KK33, 1st down play. Inside the 10 now is going to make it 1st and goal coming up. And Dane Jones is throwing one of his better games I've seen from him in his career. 21 for 25 currently. 2 TDs, no interceptions, looking very nice. Down to the 6-yard line, and Tacoma still can hold them to a field goal. Still keep themselves in a good position to do great things here, because we're going to see the handoff. There goes Jalone, who's going to cut up and gets to the 1. A great switch up there. Both backs on both sides are eating right now. Lamar Davis and Davin Brewer having solid games. Ron Jalone showing his stuff in the passing game and in the rushing game. And then Quinn James is also doing a very good job himself. So gotta give credit to these the run blocking schemes. It's been working. They ain't been dealing besides one risky throw. Gonna be a handoff. There goes Quinn James, and he's gonna rumble forward and put Anchorage back on top, up 10 points. Kick is gonna be up. Kick could be good. 31-21. A 10-play, 68-yard drives. 10-play, 68-yard drive, lasting over 5 minutes. There from Anchorage, did exactly what they needed to do. Heard we needed points. He about to have a hat trick. Most definitely. Anchorage, they still gave up a little bit too much. So I'll say maybe one more touchdown if possible. Help get their point differential lower. That way they don't have to score as much to beat the team they play next. I don't know exactly who they play, but we'll go ahead and look at the schedule at the end of the game. Right now I'm just watching the undrafted free agent mega thread for Jacksonville now that the draft is officially over. Gonna go ahead and kneel that one down is Lamar Davis. He has a simple drip, got the white accessories on. I do like the whispering look for the visor on the helmet, the dark visor, looking like a goat in the making. He's a lot better than King freaking Jamal. If Caboose is here, he'll know the joke. And whoever put in the stats on the website, they'll know why I call him the GOAT. As we're going to see him turn up, throw to the right side. Is going to be caught there by Davis, who gets to the 30. Going to pick up 5 on the play. And Sean Bridges himself has had himself a solid game as well. He has 3 TDs on the game, 15 for 22, I believe, for what I've seen, or 15 for 21, one of the two. Gonna look for the screen there to Brewer. Blocking perfect. Extremely perfect. Except for holding on to the football, it's gonna be recovered. Taken by Anchorage to around the 36. And that's how quickly a play can flip. Anchorage trying to score again and try to put the finishing touches on this ball game. Gonna stretch this one to the right side, and there goes Quinn, who's gonna rumble inside the 30. Wow, what a play there from Anchorage. They said they needed the W. They're pretty close now. And that's how crazy the game in the USFA could flip. Everything looked perfect for at least the first down, right? And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, that is true. They were down 14-0 at one point in this game. Only allowed one more touchdown and scored 31 points in the process. That's actually pretty beastly. And we'll see that in the scoring summary. You already know how we do. Gonna be handing this one off, and there goes James using his blockers and gonna get taken down around the 20. They're gonna say the 21-yard line. And Anchorage is on the move here. 1st and 10 coming. Gonna be a handoff. There goes Jalone, who finds a big hole for the 1st down, and they're trying to score again. Anchorage ain't playing around. Tacoma's gonna call the timeout and gonna make it happen. What is this? Man, if you don't get that nonsense off my chat. Talking about go to Stream Rise. Man, we don't need no Stream Wise. We need our stuff amazing. So we ain't trying to fake nothing. Everything is out the mud here. We don't need no fakery here in the USFA. Gonna be looking for a man. Here's Jones looking for another touchdown. Right side in, dropped there by Jalone. Gonna make a 2nd and goal. That was a clear-cut drop right there. Anchorage earning a lot of people's respect in this ball game for sure. It looked very sketchy in the beginning, but they turned it around, making it happen. Looking left side is going to be caught by Keenan, who's trying to stay in bounds, going to take it to the 4. And that's going to make it 3rd and goal coming up. I'd say we had ourselves a solid football game to close out week 13. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Gonna be passing it again. Dane Jones looking for a man. Protection's breaking down. Throws it in the middle of the field, and JoJo's gonna get another one right in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Anchorage. And I think you can go ahead and put a bow on this one. I think we called that ball game. Kick is up, kick is good, 38-21. And this is exactly what Anchorage needs. Honestly, this is exactly what Anchorage needs right here. Not only does that boost their own, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, he needs some milk. Yeah, we need some milk. Wolf Gold says, let's do it again. I don't give a darn. But like I was saying, Anchorage they're doing 2 great things with having to score 17 points or more. One, they're making their own point differential better, right? And I believe they split the series with Tacoma, so that'll definitely keep them in the game plan. And then, of course, with their own victory against Tacoma, that drops Tacoma's what's what I'm looking for, their point differential. So making it twofold for everybody. That means essentially every team at this point has the ability to make the playoffs, which is encouraging to see, most definitely. 301 followers, 99 more to go to do it again. Hit 400. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's 1st and 10 coming. Tacoma coming back onto the field. Started out very strong, but turnovers and just the inability to move the ball back into the end zone past the first 2, outside of the obvious one to make 21, kind of lost their setting right here. They're going to go ahead and launch this right side and wide open. There goes Isaiah Fowler, who scored a touchdown earlier. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Pick six will be massive is what Sean Justice is saying in the chat as we hit the 2-minute warning. And actually, we can kind of look at the schedule right now while you essentially know that this will pretty much be ball game here. Let me see if I can pull it up on my side. Shotgun set again. Gonna pass it here. Looking right side is gonna be caught. And pushing forward is Davin Brewer to get past midfield. So we have St. Louis at Huntington Beach. We have New York at New Jersey, which is a fun game to see. Too bad. Oh yeah, New York actually has to win that game. That's actually going to be a pretty big game. I'm going to be looking for a man again. Throws it left side over the head of everybody. You got Dallas at Tacoma. You got Tampa Bay at Toronto. You got Pittsburgh at Charlotte. And then you also have Anchorage at Arizona. So pretty much every game but the St. Louis and Huntington Beach game will affect the playoff seeding. It's actually pretty crazy. Going to be passing it again, looking left side in some coverage and hangs on to it and gets a face mask on top of it. So that's going to make it to the 14-yard line, actually. Pretty crazy right there. Now Tacoma has a chance to, at the very least, shave off some points. Worst case scenario here for Anchorage, give up some more points. They did a pretty good job all game long. Throws it short, trying to rip it off, and he's still going to take the big play on first down to the 5. There goes Lamar Davis, still fighting. I don't know how the order of the games are going to be for this one. I'm pretty sold on St. Louis and Huntington Beach being the first game of Week 14. Gonna be passing it again, looking for a man. Gonna throw this right side. Either that, or I could just readjust it to where we do more games on Twitch, maybe. If I have the time, I have to make sure I can find the time. I don't know, that'll be a tough one. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. If I could try to make it more on Twitch, I have to find the schedule. Maybe I could try to make it 4 games this week. Like have, I don't know. I'll see. I'll pull a dumb playbook for this one. And chances are you may still end up winning by more than 3 scores, but that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? 4th and 1 coming up. Gonna be passing it right side, gonna be caught. He is gonna get the first, so he'll at least get that. 44 seconds left. Gonna be passing it again, looking for a man. Throwing this right side and going to be incomplete. He's going to set up 2nd and goal coming up here. Like every game has significant value. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man. Throws the middle of the field and almost throws a pick. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. If I was to do maybe 4 games on Twitch, then the two games that I'll probably do on the pre-record would be St. Louis and Huntington Beach and Tampa Bay and Toronto. Those will probably be the 2 games I would do. Maybe. Looking left side and almost throws another pick. And Anchorage is 1 play away from holding on. It's going to be 4th and goal. Say my mic ain't working. I mean, my computer. Okay, it's cool. it happens to the best, you know. Looking for the score. Throws it right side, and they are going to get that score. Is Tacoma. Bad news there for Anchorage. They'll still get the victory nonetheless, most definitely, but that'll take away from that what's the wrong look for? Point differential. Still, all is not lost. If Anchorage could find a way for a repeat performance, get the victory, and then either Dallas or Tacoma will lose. Then they'll just have to see which one it goes through. So I'm thinking, because Dallas lost, they'll have to pray that Dallas wins, and I believe that'll put Anchorage on top. So I'm thinking that's going to be the situation there. So Anchorage will have to win against Arizona, and Dallas will have to beat Tacoma. So essentially that'll take Tacoma out, and then I believe if Tacoma wins, we'll have to see how the point differentials like cycles in. But no, just got to score even more next week. That is definitely true. Man, we got to root for Dallas. Got to root for DJ Church and the gang. But of course, you're competing against them as well in the point differential. As we're going to see the onside kick here for Tacoma. I'm going to send this away, and it's going to not get recovered, and it's going to be picked up there by Anchorage. That was pretty close. I thought it was going to be going to Tacoma. See if they could get one more, but Anchorage does get the recovery, and we should see 3 kneel down, so Tacoma will get off of that, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Low-key, we're not paying attention. We just got to handle our own business and see what happens, most definitely. Dallas and Tacoma, we won the tie. One more kneel down should do it, and we can go ahead and take this one to the bridge. Check the stats out. Great game, everybody. Great job in the chat. The giveaway was fun as always, but we got to go ahead and wrap this one up, folks. Final score will be 38-28. Anchorage gets the victory to get the 5 wins, and we have ourselves a 3-way tie in the Western Conference, folks. Gonna be a fun ride here as always. Final score once again is going to be 38-28 in favor of the big homies in Anchorage. Let's check out these stats real quick. 387 yards to 350, and you can see the scoring summary at the top of the middle of your screen. Started out with the 14-point barrage there by Tacoma. It was looking kind of crazy. Then Anchorage came through with a 10-point second quarter. Then it was essentially all Anchorage at that point. It was 28-14 there in the final half of football here for Anchorage, and they were able to get away from the victory. They did allow one more touchdown at the end, but they said they'll take the victory, see what happens when it comes to it. As we go ahead and check these stats, Sean Bridges, 22 for 35, 250 yards, 4 TDs. Overall, a great game there from Sean Bridges. You honestly can't ask too much from your quarterback, throwing 4 touchdowns and no interceptions, but Dane Jones was a lot better. 23 for 28, 240 yards, 4 TDs. And the longest pass was 47 yards, doing his thing by Sean Bridges. Rushing wise, looks like the leading rusher will be Quinn James, 18 carries, 86 yards, 1 TD. Davin Brewer, 10 for 70, Lamar Davis 6 for 27, Dane Jones 6 for 13, Ron Jalone 5 for 35, Sean Justice 2 for 13, Sean Bridges 1 for 3. Got the fumble there by Brewer, and it looks like a lot of broken tackles there. You see right there, doing a lot of broken tackles. Got to get the tackle drills up. As we see one carried there for 20 yards there by Davin Brewer. Receiving wise, we'll start with Tacoma. Joe Beasley 6 catches, 44 yards and a TD. Jax Jackson Jr. 5 catches, 38 yards and a TD. Davin Brewer 3 for 21. Lamar Davis 3 for 26. Isaiah Fowler 3 for 63 and a TD. James Peach 2 for 58 and a TD. Drop wise, no drops there from Tacoma, and the longest catch goes to James Peach there for that 47-yard catch earlier in the game. On the other side, the leading catcher will be JoJo Tidwell Jr. and Keenan Kurt, each coming through with 7 catches. JoJo's going to pull in 93 yards and 2 TDs. Keenan Kurt 7 catches, 55 yards and a TD. Keith Simmons 5 for 64 and a TD. Quinn James 2 for 8. Sean Justice 1 catch there for 15 yards. Got to get him more involved in the offense for sure. Ron Jalone 1 for 5 on the day. Actually a couple of drops there. 1 by Justice, 1 by Jalone. And the longest catch goes to JoJo Tidwell Jr. with the 21-yarder. Defensively, leading tackler will be DeMarcus Freeman, the rookie linebacker, doing his thing with 9 tackles. Caitlin Montaigne there with 8. Mike Edwards gets 6. Azriel Watkins gets 5. Kyshawn Williams and Marcus Elliott each get 4. Kyrell Ramsey, Head Darian, Jar Martinez, Tyree Wells, and Guillermo de la Cruz each coming through with 3 tackles. Cristo Rendor gets 2. Lacey Woodson and Brent Skoma each get 1 tackle. Marcus Elliott, the only one with the tackle for loss here in this one. No sacks on this. Interceptions, nothing. Pass deflections, Kyshawn and Caitlin get 2. Head Darian gets 1. Jar Martinez forced the fumble. Head Darian recovered it. So solid game there for him. We got a pass deflection, got 3 tackles, doing pretty good. I ain't mad at you. He recovered it for 9 yards, doing his thing, and no other stuff like that. On the other side, the leading tackler will be Tyre Wire Ingle with 16 total tackles. Good Lord there. Great job there from the veteran. He was here since season 1. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's going to keep it moving. Patrick McGowan there with 8. Kaiser Washington with 7. Jacob Copeland and John Carter with 6. That's a bot player. That's a bot player. That's a bot player. Najee Wyatt gets 3. Extra Magic gets 2. Bot player, bot player. King Maximus gets 1. Carlton Rhodes also gets 1. Tackles for loss, Kaiser Washington gets 1 on the day. No sacks at all in this game. No interceptions at all in this game. Jacob Copeland, John Carter, and Kaiser Washington each get 1 pass deflection. No fumbles or anything like that. As we go into the kicking side of things, Brent Skoma, perfect on the day, going to haul in 8 points and no misses. Firestarter Prodigy made all of his kicks 4 extra points there for 4 total points. Punting wise, not a lot of punts here. It's been only 3 punts. The offenses have been fairly active all game long, and they're going to average somewhere around 49 yards a punt between the 2 of them. Kick return wise, 2 for 56 there for Keith Simmons, averaging 28. Lamar Davis 6 for 161, averaging almost 27. So great job there on the multiple returns there by Davis. Punt return wise, James Peach 1 for 5. No other punt return stats there. As we check into the scoring summary, started out with 2 strong TDs out the gate there for Tacoma. 1 pass to Isaiah Fowler for 22 yards and 1 pass to Joe Beasley for 4 yards. At that point, it was kind of silent from Tacoma. It started to move towards Anchorage's way. Keith Simmons started out the scoring there for Anchorage. Then they got a 43-yard field goal before the end of the first half. Made it 14-10. Going into the third quarter, more Anchorage love right there. JoJo Tidwell Jr. with the 15-yard touchdown. And then Keenan Kurt, the other tight end on the other side, going to make it happen for a 5-yard TD catch. Then it was pretty split where Tacoma did get the 47-yard TD to try to get back into the game. But Quinn James on the other side, they got the score. And then JoJo Tidwell Jr. gets a second TD right before the last 3 minutes ends in the in the fourth quarter. And then Jax Jackson Jr. there in the back of the end zone. He's going to pick up a TD, and I believe that's his first touchdown of his career. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check the stats on that. But that is going to be the end of the ball game here. I appreciate you all for all your time, and I already went over the schedule for what's going to be going down. A lot of big games here to close out week 14, close out season 10. Back at it next week. Let's shock the world and make these playoffs. That is what Sean Justice is saying in the chat. Got to keep it moving here as always. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Thank you so much for your time. Have a blessed rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you later.